Welcome to the Books and Martinis podcast.
I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy.
And this is your go-to book podcast,
where we lift, empower, and spotlight authors.
Grab your martini and follow along.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
Hey, book lovers. This episode of Books and Martinis is brought to you by our wonderful sponsors. Blue Box Media, you dream it, we produce it. And Travel with Samantha Cividanes, specializing in luxury cruises. Ooh. Their support keeps the stories, authors, and conversations flowing. Don't forget to visit them and support the brands that support this podcast. Now the martinis are poured, let's get into the episode. What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy. Welcome, everybody, and a very special welcome and cheers to our special guest today, which is April Adams. April, cheers to you.
Cheers to
welcome.
You, April.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mm-hmm. Your martini looks delicious.
I know.
Delicious.
I'm so jelly.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Your background is gorgeous. I love that cellar. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I already have plans for tonight. Yeah. Tell us about April, Priya.
Everybody on the screen and in your ears is April Adams. She is a self-published author, a native of San Diego, and graduate of UC Santa Barbara. She brings a rare authenticity to her writing as a former U.S. Army paratrooper. What? April, paratrooper, with her military background shaping the tactical realism, leadership dynamics, and strategic depth found throughout the worlds she creates. And we absolutely saw it in Drawing the Dragon. So welcome, April, to the Books and Martinis podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your book with us and with the world and your story. Tell us, who is April?
I think she summed it up pretty well. Native of San Diego, went to school in Santa Barbara. I majored in English, and everybody assumes, I don't know for what reason, are you going to be a teacher? It's like, no, but also, what else are you going to be? And I always knew I wanted to be a writer, but I know I didn't have a lot of writing experience, much less life experience. So I joined the Army. I got great experience there, great stories, built a wonderful vocabulary, mostly short words. And from there, met my husband. I probably would have stayed in the Army a lot longer, but met my husband and wanted to have a family. Still wanted to be a writer, but I'm sure everybody knows who has kids or even pets that your time is just consumed. So Absolutely. It became to a point where my kids were old enough that I could spend one night a week just writing, just getting away from everybody and just writing. So it started just a one night a week thing. And it took me about 2 years to finish my first book.
I was just going to ask you, what was the timeline?
Yeah.
Okay. So it took you 2 years, you said?
2 years to finish Dragon. And this was after already dabbling. I was trying to write some fantasy, wasn't having a lot of success, was reading a lot of science fiction, and read one book where I was like, I could write something better.
I could do better.
I could do better. This was really, I wish I had my $8 back kind of thing.
Oh,
oh no.
Yeah, one of those. But back then I never had a do not finish. It's like I finished everything I picked up.
You were committed. I love that.
Yes, I was very committed. These, I'm a little bit more picky with my time, and I will put something down if I'm in 200 pages and it's a 600-page book. And it's like, no, it's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you on that.
We've been there.
Can we back up a little bit and talk about the paratrooper stuff? Because I feel like we need to unpack that a little bit. How did you get into that? And how many women were paratroopers at the time? Because I know your book is very empowering as well.
Well, it just happened so that the job that I chose when I joined the Army, I had to be airborne because my unit was tied to an infantry unit. And the ratio of men to women in those companies was 300 to about 20. And I think only 3 of the women graduated. So it's not an easy course going through Army Airborne School.
Wow. It reminds me of the movie G.I. Jane.
Oh, I love that movie.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that
the reality of how rough it is.
And you want to know something crazy? That was out in the theaters when I was at airborne school, and like one of my weekends off, I went and watched it. I was like just by myself too. It's just like, oh, So it
How
was so
empowering
crazy
was
that you
that,
brought that
right?
up. Yeah.
Did you feel seen when you were watching it?
Yeah.
Seen? Yeah.
Like,
I'm here. I'm
oh,
doing this.
I'm
yeah.
doing push-ups in the rain.
Yeah,
I'm
did not
I'm
shave my
out.
head. Did not shave my head, but yes,
Yeah.
Right.
push-ups in the rain for sure.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow, that's
Well, thank
simply
you for your
amazing.
service. Let me
Yeah.
Oh,
go there,
my honor. Yes.
please. And so, what was your favorite part of writing a book?
Watching the characters come to life. There was a lot, and I know a lot of people say which character represents you the most or who's your favorite. I think authors really put a lot of themselves into every character they write if they're going to make that character believable. And I am that way with a lot of my characters, but I think I really do favor Jordan Scarlet and Jordan Blue. Scarlet is definitely my more snarky side, Blue, my more playful side. And let's see, as you get into further books, you'll see just development of other aspects of me.
I love that. And how many books are out right now
So there are
of
9 books
yours?
total.
Okay.
There's like the first 3 that come out, and then there's 2 prequels. There's 2 fantasy books. There's 1 coming of age book, and they all tie in with the whole series.
Oh,
Oh, I
Pretty
love
how
it.
seamlessly.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And what a variety.
Yeah. So, yeah, they all, I guess, intertwine together and bring you through the history of it. That's
Mhm.
fantastic. What keeps
I,
you inspired? Sorry, Priya, I jumped
we
all over
always
you.
talk over each
Oh,
other,
sorry.
April.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Um, a lot, you know what, the fans really do keep me inspired. Doing signings at Comic Cons, and people are coming back saying, "Is there a sequel out this year? Is there going to be one next year? Is the series done? When's the next book?" That really keeps me going.
I could see that. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And how do your kids feel about you writing?
Oh,
They love it?
they're they're pretty ambivalent about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
They're like,
mom's just
"Oh, it's
writing again.
cool." And they're always, and they see my posts and they like them, and it's like, "Way to go, mom!" And or they'll see book sales, and they're very supportive. But oddly enough, for all the kids, there's not a lot of big readers amongst them. Uh,
Okay.
And that's surprising that
my boys are gamers. My girls, were into makeup and music and other stuff. But yeah,
they have no
Not into
idea
books.
how badass their mom is because the sci-fi in here
Yeah.
is
It's intense.
it's sci-fi. It's like there's fantasy, obviously, with the elves and the trolls and the dragons,
Mhm.
which I want to talk
Mm.
about. But this is true sci-fi. The details, even the fact that you incorporated your military background in here, like it, the plot, everything is sci-fi. Why did you choose to do this genre? I know you talked a little bit about your background in your book and on your social media about looking up in the sky and being inspired, but why sci-fi?
Growing up with Star Wars, Star Trek, and then just all the
Mm.
fantasy stuff too. Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
It was everything I loved growing up, so it really imprinted on me, stuck with me. Thought it was something you'd think about all the time, or I would
Is there a
easily.
Oh,
character
okay.
that sticks out in your mind that you really aspired to recreate somehow in your writing?
Oh, I don't know about recreating, but most Lord of the Rings, from Legolas to Luke Skywalker, just all the great heroes in those stories. They'll always be with
Oh,
me.
oh my
I love it.
goodness. We're
I
aging ourselves. We go back to Star Wars and love it.
Right?
Well,
Yes,
Star Wars is still
yes.
coming out. They're still pumping out movies, so we're
I
good.
They
know,
are
We're
I
not that
know, but
old.
we always think of the classic, right? Like when it all started and
when it
it
all
was
Hmm.
so
started.
new to the world.
With Luke,
Yes.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Princess
that
Leia.
was, oh my gosh. Yeah.
So the trolls. Okay, you mentioned Legolas from
Mhm.
Lord of the Rings. So
Hmm.
let's talk about the elves and the trolls and the dragons. So you have ships
Okay.
that are alive in this
Yes.
book that are called
It was
dragons. Let's talk.
it was
How,
the
how did you
dragon.
come up with that concept? Because I've never seen that.
I think it was just about me trying to expand and include everything I love. It's like, how am I going to include dragons in this when everybody's in space?
Hmm.
And the fact that they could have been live dragons at one point, and then now they're living on through machinery, which is what a lot of humans are already doing at this point. Didn't seem so far fetched to me.
Right.
Let's talk about the Jordans. Okay. So Blue and Scarlet, you mentioned them before and how, you know, a little bit about what inspired you to create them. Let's talk about their background. Can you tell us more about the characters and how they live on in the other books after drawing the dragon?
Oh, I don't want to spoil
Without any
anything.
spoilers.
Without any
Oh no,
spoilers.
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
spoilers.
So they definitely came around from my military background. I brush on their training in the first book, and they do go on in the next 3 books or the next 2 books. They're in there for the whole trilogy. You get more background on them as you learn what's going on with them, as they're both kind of trying to just mentally rehab their lives after drawing the dragon. And then you get a little break from them for a while, and then they all come back together. So it's just a matter of bringing everybody full circle.
Do you have a group of favorite books? We know about the movies that inspired you, but were there books that you were loving growing up that inspired you to be an author?
Uh, yes, although it's going to sound odd, is Stephen King. I read almost everything he wrote since I turned 13.
Really?
Yes, the first book I read was Christine and loved everything he put out. And I
Wow.
feel like, and he even has really great sci-fi stuff. I don't know if people know that. He's got some of his books
Yes.
are really good, not just horror or slasher kind of stuff, but his
Right.
just writing style. His writing is just amazing. I always wanted to emulate that as much as I could. Mostly just the way to develop a character, bring people into a story, get them involved.
Hmm.
Even at the end of a really long book, you don't want it to end.
Hmm. Oh, I
Very
felt that.
very inspirational for me.
Ah. And what would you say was the most rewarding part of completing the first book you wrote? Or any book for any given matter? Like, what's the most rewarding part of finishing a book for you?
Oh, is getting to that last page and then writing the author's note, which I do immediately. I always add an
Mm.
author's note to tell people kind of where I was when the story started, where I was when it ended, what transpired, or kind of a little inspiration there in between. I mean, it's almost like having a child. It's like, oh gosh, 9 months, and now I'm
Yes,
done.
it happened. It's
But you're
done.
not done. You're not done. You're
No,
never
you're
done.
never done. You're
Yeah.
never done. That we
And
know. We're all moms.
in your author's note too, you ask a lot of questions. So there's all that reality bending that you did in your book.
Hmm.
So you're sort of like bouncing back those questions to the reader. You know,
Yes.
I'm sure you were reflecting on them yourselves, but why do that versus just not like a normal author's note?
Because I think it's important for people to keep thinking, uh, keep questioning themselves and their path while still believing in themselves. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And as an author, when you hit a wall, some call it writer's block,
Hmm.
when you stop writing for a moment, have you faced that? And if you did, how did you get out of that?
I stop whatever I'm trying to work on and try and pick up a different chapter. And
Okay.
it's really better for me, or I'm more productive when I work that way anyway. I usually have a good outline, but I don't just start at the beginning and work all the way through. I pick chapters that I'm really invested in, that I already have a really good idea of how it's going to go, the dialogue, the action, and I get those written. And if I get stuck, I'll move on to another one. And then I go back and start weaving them together, or like knitting them
And
together like a quilt.
are you structured in how you write? As an author, how does your day look? Do you write every single day at 6 a.m. for an hour, or do you just write whenever you have time? Or how, I know you're very structured from your background.
It changes from book to book.
Okay.
So drawing the dragon, it was one night a week for 2 years. For Moons of Jupiter 1 and 2, it was about 3 afternoons. I'd finish my regular work, and once the kids were home from school, I'd go to happy hour and get a glass of wine and work for 2 hours. And I finished the first one in less than a year, and the second one in probably about 6 months. So I was really on a roll then. And then
Okay.
the next one, and if you read the author's notes in that, it's much shorter and it's a little bit stuttered, and it came out in 2 parts because not just writer's block, I just didn't have the mental bandwidth to finish it then.
Okay,
Mm.
So I
right.
just kind of left it where it was, and I felt it was okay to do that.
Absolutely. It's your art created. You do what you think.
Are you a
So,
plotter? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, that's okay.
Are you a plotter or a pantser?
You're gonna have to tell me what the difference in those are.
Okay, so a plotter is
She's a
being
pantser.
organized,
Uh-huh.
and having notes, and maybe having a storyboard on your wall, mapping out the scenes, the characters, the world building, all that stuff. Or a pantser, where you just sit down. I'm very much a pantser. I just sit down and type whatever's in my mind. I dump it all out, and then maybe later on I organize it. But
And what does
yeah,
that
so
come
those
from?
are
The seat of your pants?
Mhm.
Is that
basically.
where does you're just going by the
Yeah.
seat of your pants? Okay, you know what? I'm a little bit of both because I do have a lot of notes, but I'm very meticulous in not keeping them organized. I'll have 3 different notebooks, and it's like, where's that one notebook with the timeline, and where do I have those sticky notes with the ideas I had? So I am good about taking notes, but I'm not meticulous enough with keeping them organized.
Oh,
I hear
okay.
you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I'm really
Absolutely.
good about writing stuff down because I know I'll forget, but then I can't remember. I forget where
Where
I
I
put
put them.
it.
That
Yes.
sounds very familiar. I took notes on that. Now, where are the notes?
Exactly.
So, aside from running to the closest bookstore and buying your amazing book, is there anything you would like to tell our listeners that they should know about you or your
About
book?
me, I think that you can jump in and read any book at any time. I wrote them that way, but I feel like it's more rewarding if you start with the beginning because that
Okay.
way, when secrets are revealed, it has more of an impact.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
But
that
they're
would make sense.
definitely meant to be enjoyed. They're meant to make you think about your own life,
Okay.
let you be surprised a little.
So while
Yeah.
they're standalone, they're in chronological order. So
Hmm.
if you loved number 3 because it's what you happened to pick up, you could go back and
Yes,
start
you
from the
can read 2
beginning.
and then 1.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. I love that. And where's the best place to find your books?
Um, well, if you go to my website, it's got links to everywhere. So you can get barnesandnoble.com. Some of the Barnes and Noble carry hard copies. Ingram Sparks, Amazon. Yeah, but my website will give you a link to all of those. So it's a good launching pad for wherever you want to shop.
Okay. And
Love it.
what last question. On social media, what's your favorite platform that our listeners can follow you to see what you're up to?
Author April Adams.
Okay. On
It's
which platform? Are you
um
usually on Facebook or Instagram, or what's your
both, but
favorite?
Instagram. I would definitely
Okay.
recommend Instagram.
Okay, beautiful. So that's for our listeners so that they can follow you, learn more about you, and see
Mhm.
what projects you're working on for the future.
Hmm.
If they haven't picked up your book, we're going to put all the information on our comments below so they can go and start from the beginning
That one too.
and learn, yes, and learn all
I
about
don't have
it.
it.
So I know it's beautiful. It's
It is
beautiful.
beautiful.
All right. Well, we're going to conclude our meeting with that. They can learn a lot more about you, April, once they start following you on Instagram. Again, we'll be sharing all your information. And if they're listening and they cannot see us because they're listening to the podcast, the book that we're talking about, Drawing the Dragon, is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like it's a dark night and there's just this like
There's a nebula.
beautiful.
It's actually a picture of the California Nebula, is what that is.
Yep. Hmm. Of
Because
course,
of
I
the
knew
shape of
that.
it.
Mercy.
I'm looking at the scarlet red and the beautiful stars.
Yeah.
Okay,
After
never mind.
Scarlet in the book. I love it.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Well, April, thank you so much for being our guest today and talking about your book, Drawing the Dragon, and the
My
whole
pleasure.
series. The whole series, guys. Make sure you like, share, follow, and purchase April's books.
Absolutely. Get the whole series, guys.
Let's do one last cheers. One last cheers.
Yes. Well,
Cheers to you.
oh, and to that
And your
martini.
success.
My goodness, I want that martini. Yes.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate you.
It was our pleasure. Thanks, April.
Like, share,
Cheers.
follow.
Thank you.
Yes. Bye, guys.